All right, y'all. All right. We are live on this beautiful Friday morning. God bless everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah. I do pray everybody watching and listening is very blessed as the Bitcoin price is taking a little bit of a tumble. Oh my goodness. And we're going to be discussing it as right now we are at one of the make it or break it zones. Got to give a major shout to the Casper Crew VIP Discord for the juicy short setup given in advance yesterday. The simplest, easiest trade to take in a parabolic bull run is a chickens drinking water pattern with the confirmations on market Cipher B, which is exactly what has happened here. And we've locked in a nice $3,000 profit, baby. And we're going to be talking about the key supports on the way down. We're going to be talking about what we need to be aware of during this Bitcoin volatility, because believe you me, baby, things are getting volatile. And I still remain bullish. I still remain bullish on Bitcoin. But we got to talk about the different scenarios so we can be ready to trade. So make sure to grab your market, ciphertrading.com, coffee mug, turkey pencil neck. It's in the red cell. Take a sip of your dang coffee. Woo! Take a deep breath first. The caffeine gets into your veins faster if you inhale. All right? Just kidding. I don't inhale. I don't inhale. I drink coffee the way Bill Clinton smokes marijuana. I don't inhale. Now look. Here's the thing, guys. We got to give a major shout to everybody in the chat right now. We got 800 people in the house, baby. Let's give a major shout to Cez, to Ibarik, to Eddie. Shorting Bitcoin is too risky for me. Shout out to Wisdom and Chaos. Shout out to Crypto Coons. Shout out to John Ploney. Shout out to MT Talib C. Bitcoin big boys stepping in. Be careful, baby. Shout out to Tom Day Howard. Jason, you should take a look at USDT dominance in total too. Absolutely. Help Jason Casper, my longs. Don't worry, we're here to help, man. We are here to help, baby. Yeah, man, this treadmill's too slow. We gotta crank it on up, all right? Gotta crank it up to 3.8 miles per hour, otherwise I can't even do it. Shout out to Snickers Toasted. He makes it to 105. I got long set, but I don't know. We will go into that, guys. Make sure to smash up the likes. Make sure to smash up the likes. If we can get 1,000 likes in the first half hour, we will be giving away 1,000 United States dollar tether, okay? 1,000 United States dollar tether. Man, oh man, oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. This is nuts, man. This is nuts, okay? This is pretty nuts, man. All right, we gave the long setup from 86.4. Setup given in advance in the Casper Crew. Gave the dang short from 111.893, setup given in advance in the Casper Crew. We are currently chilling in what's known as a schlong, guys. A schlong trade is when you are in a long, and of course I've added to the long since the original entry here. You're in a long from lower and a short from higher, and you're just chilling, man, in profits. Worst case scenario, 28 grand, baby. Isn't that crazy? Worst case scenario, 28 grand. Best case scenario now, doesn't matter. We dump, we pump. I'm in a $100,000 position from the high, $100,000 position from down here, man. We're sitting, we're gravy, baby. This is called being in a schlong. And look, if you want to learn this stuff, check out the free trading course on the Jason Casper YouTube channel under playlist. Smash up the like, because we got an 18-part series that is walking you through exactly how to trade these markets, all right? Also got to give a major shout out to BLOFIN. 10% cash back, $1,000 future bonus, discounted fees and all that good stuff. Link in the description. Also got to give a major shout out to ANTARCTIC. Same deal, guys. Link in the description. Decentralized exchange, absolutely amazing. All right, man. Okay, so we gotta get into this, guys. We gotta get into this because we can keep things very simple. All right, we don't need to overcomplicate it. We don't need to overcomplicate the things. Okay, let's pop on over to TradingView here and simply just assess the situation, guys. Because I think this is some very simple, juicy price action. In about half an hour, man, New York is gonna open. Those New Yorkers gonna come out the dang gate with their coffees and the donuts and the bagels in the morning. And they're going to be starting to hit that buy and sell button over here. Now, the reason why I'm taking so long to show you the dang chart is because I'm waiting for it to load over here. It's taking a while to load over here. So hang on, give me 1 second over here, alright? Gotta do a few things here. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Alright, we're gonna be keeping it pretty simple up in here. Alright, pretty dang simple. Alright, so let's pop on over to the Bitcoin chart over here. Make sure to smash the likes, alright? Alright, now here we go, guys. Here we go. Let's keep it super simple. Alright, what's the deal with the Bitcoin price? Well, we have ourselves the range. Alright, we have ourselves these ranges here, where basically, ever since this very key low that we made down here on April 25th, 2025, we've seen the pattern of pump, range, pump, range, pump, range, pump. New all-time high. Now the question is, are we going to range? Okay, are we going to range? Let's look at a few things, just objectively speaking here. We go to the weekly time frame. Let's mark out the key levels. We keep it simple. The key level right now is this. 109,880. If we hold above 109,880, especially if we close the weekly candle above this level, that is very bullish. Right now, we want to see the weekly candle close above 109,880. Why? Because if we don't, this is breaking the pattern that we've seen throughout the entirety of the uptrend of the whole dang bull market, which is if we are going to form a multi-month long sideways range and we break out of that range, we expect that weekly candle close of the breakout to be extremely bullish with a strong close above. All right, look at this. Weekly candle, big pump, strong close above. Weekly candle, big break, strong close above. Weekly candle, big break, strong close above. We want to see this weekly candle with a big break and a strong close above. If we don't, that's going to be our first sign that the pattern is breaking. All right, second thing, we have to put on our fixed range volume profile of this chunk of price action right here. We do not want to come back down below 106. 105.8, 105.8. We start dropping below 105.8, we're back inside this range. Not a good look. So we definitely want to close the weekly candle above 109.880. We definitely don't want to be below 105.880. All right? This is the zone right here that we pretty much don't want Bitcoin to stay in, because this right here is no man's land. All right, we know if we close above the box, bullish. We know if we close below the box, the pattern is broken. And this breakout might not happen. So we really, come on Bitcoin, come on. Give us a big bounce here. Come on, we need a big bounce. All right, we go down to the lower time frames. We'll go to the 1 hour now. All right. What is happening right now? Right now, the Bitcoin price is coming down to our key area of support, okay? Naked daily point of control that we made from Wednesday. Wednesday's price action, naked daily point of control. All right, the setup that we gave in the Casper crew to take this juicy short trade, you can see that we keep it simple in the Casper crew. We have our levels on the chart where we look for the trades. When we see this bearish divergence on the 24, 12, and 6, the first place we're looking for that target is going to be 107,344. 107,344 is a high volume node from Wednesday. We are currently right now bouncing exactly from that level, which is why I've hit the TP1 on the short trade. All right, you got to lock in profits when you're at that key support. Not only are we coming down toward that naked point of control, but also you can see we have a Fibonacci golden pocket there as well. So it is a key support. This is support number 1, guys. This is support number 1 that we're coming down to right now, 107,344. If we drop lower than this, we're probably going to come down to that 105.8 zone. Now remember, when we go back to our weekly time frame, what do we not want to lose? We don't want to lose 105.8. Why? Because 105.8 is not just the Fibonacci golden pocket in a daily order block on the lower time frames. 105.8 is literally the doorway back down to like $97,000. So when we're zooming in on our lower time frames, we keep it simple, baby. We say, okay, we can't really predict what's going to happen, but if we're looking for a bounce, where are we going to be looking for that bounce? Well, the first place we look for that bounce is right here, where we're currently getting a little bit of a bounce. The second place is going to be right down here at 105.8. 105.8 is so key because if we take a look at this previous range, right, you see this previous range that we got right here. Let's kind of close everything off for a second. We'll remove all this, all right? We'll remove all of this. Boom, bam, bam, boom, boom. All right, take a look at this volume right here. And we take a look at the Fibonacci from a low to a high. Look, I'm not picking my nose, I'm scratching it, okay? Depending also on how you want to pull this fib here. All right. If we lose that level on the high time frame, very bad. But also, if we lose it on the low time frame, we're coming back inside of this previous range, which is also a breaking of the pattern. So as Bitcoin's pumping and we're feeling bullish, and I'm still bullish on the higher time frames, and there's no reason yet to be bearish, and we're bouncing from support, we have to understand that there is a line in the sand right here. Because if we lose 105.8, we are breaking a high time frame pattern that we've been keeping this pattern literally since January 2023, which would be failing to close the weekly candle above the value area high of the range that we're breaking out of. And on the lower time frame, since April 25th, 2025, this will be the first time that we break out of a range and then come back inside of it. All right. Every single range here, we get the pump, the range, the pump, the range, the pump, the range, the pump. We never even take the lows. We never come back into the range. So losing 105.8, man. 105.8, I'm going to give it to you straight. At 105.8, I'm going to give it to you straight. That is really going to be our massive level that we cannot lose, okay? Which again is why in the original idea here for this short trade that we are currently in right now from the setup given in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, setup given in advance, with all our confirmations, that thing hit, baby. Our target is 105.8, right? 105.8, that's our target. We're coming down toward the value area high, that daily order block we have here, Fibonacci Golden Pocket. And we also have an ND Pooch right here. All right, now, in my opinion, things are still very bullish on the chart. All right, in my opinion, make sure to smash up the likes, baby. All right, because look, we got 1,400 people in the house. If everyone likes the dang stream, in the next 15 minutes, we can give away $1,000. Isn't that crazy? I'm bullish. Where would I get absolutely bearish? Where would I get absolutely bearish? Okay. Where would I get like bearish and expect to move back down to like 97? I would expect to move down to 97, guys, if we lose the point of control of this range right here. That's right around 103. All right, right around 103. 103. If we lose the point of control of this range, I get bearish. I expect to move back down to 97,000. Why? Because we are breaking the pattern, we are breaking the structure, we are closing below the value area high of the previous range, we're closing below the value area high of the macro range, our weekly time frame pattern is broken, and it means we could get more of a retracement to the downside. That's just bearish market structure, right? So, remember, this is our zone of support that we're in right now, 108.9 down to 105.8. This box right here, guys, this is our major support. This box must hold for more upside. We start to lose this box, I become bearish. We lose 102, if we lose 103, I become ultra bearish, okay? 103 is like my last hope bounce zone here, because what we don't want to do is take out these lows and actually start changing the market structure of this whole uptrend, right? We lose this area here, we actually start changing market structure, all right? But until that happens, I remain bullish, because right now, as long as we hold this box, the probabilities are more upside, more upside. Let's say that we do get a drop though. If we get a drop, where would we look for that next big swing long trade? I would look for the next big swing long trade in the event of a drop coming back down to around that $97,000 zone, because if we take our fib from the low to the high, not that low, from this low to the high, we've got a really nice confluence right here. We've got ourselves the Fibonacci golden pocket, the 786, the POC. We have all the liquidity right here. This would be the place to look for that bounce for the next big swing long trade, okay? If we don't hold 97K, then worst case scenario, then we look for the macro fib golden pocket coming down around $88,000 at the value area low. But again, we don't have to worry about this at all until we lose 1058, all right? I hope on the higher time frames we can see why 1058 is so important. It's the doorway back into this range, and probabilities are, if you are trading in a range and you come outside the value area and then you come back inside the value area, probabilities are very high. You make your way down to that high volume node, and if you lose that, probabilities are very high. You make your way down to the value area low. Seems crazy. Okay, but look, guys, it's not crazy. This is the opposite now of what we were looking at here for the long trade from the ninja setup given in advance over here on BLOFIN. All right, and others. We were giving the long trades in the Casper crew the whole way up, man. We gave this setup. I even told everybody I was taking the long trade right now. We gave a few longs along the way up. Of course, the short as well that we're currently in right now. Setup given yesterday morning during the VIP New York Open live stream. All right, we've hit that TP1 here on the short. So let's see now what happens. I'm hoping this holds. And I hope we keep pumping. I hope we keep. I'd rather pump than dump. Trust me. I'd rather pump it than a dumpa. I'd rather the pump it than a dumpa. All right. But those are the targets to the downside if we lose 1058. Now, if we hold the box, if we hold our level, if we don't get malaria from the area, I'm not trying to scare ya, I'm not a bear ya, I'm a bull, then we can expect our next targets of 100, and my next actually TP on the long trade, guys, is gonna be 117,000. I've got TP set around 115,000 over on Antarctic Exchange. Make sure to check out Antarctic Decentralized Exchange, literally the lowest fees. SVIP privileges, use my link, 0% limit order, 0.015% market order. Got 115. Also over here, let's see. Yeah, 117. 117. That's my next target for Bitcoin if we hold the box. 115 to 117. And then I'm looking for about 120. I'm looking for about $120,000. And potentially we could see much higher. We could potentially see much higher here. Let's pop on over here and let's look at some upside targets, because we looked at some downside targets. Let's look at some upside targets. Yeah, shout out to FitGenius618 for sure. Dump 10% in a few minutes. Also dump 10% in a few minutes. Subscribe and like, says blessed. God bless you guys. What's my fixed settings for volume profile? Value area 70, row size 200. You got to use the Bitget USD pair if you want it to look just like mine. All right, but look, don't be comparing your fixed range volume profile to other people's. All right, comparison is the thief of all joy. All right, but yeah, if you want it to look exactly like mine, I was just telling that to my kids this morning. I gave them bowls of cereal. All right, I gave them. We have this cereal when I'm in a rush to make the kids breakfast. I give them this cereal called 3 Wishes and a little bit of grain-free granola. I give them, right? With some raw goat milk. And they were comparing chunks of granola. I got the biggest piece. No, I got the biggest piece. I told them, look, you either sit back and enjoy your fixed range volume profile, or you're going to just be forever disappointed. You know, comparison is the thief of all joy. So yeah, let's go to a high time frame. We'll go to the weekly. Remember, guys, I just want to reiterate the fact is that we need to see the weekly close above this. Otherwise, we are not maintaining the pattern of the breakout. Remember, the pattern of the breakout was a strong weekly close. But let's take our fibs and let's get some targets here to the upside for this bull run, assuming the breakout's happening. All right, we're going to take it from the low of the bull of the bear to the high of the bull to the low of the bear to the low of the bear. Hang on. Got to get it. Yeah, there we are. And this is not 100% accurate. I'm not using a magnet tool here. But in general, here's what I'm looking at. A front run of 120, 1.618 Fibonacci, and also the 2-to-1 fib extension, front run 150,000. Those are actually my two targets in the event of another massive pump here. Because we look at these breakouts, let's put it back to log. All right, we'll put it back to log, and as we're looking, assuming that this uptrend maintains its pump where we get like 100% pumps on the breaks, right? 100% pumps on the breaks from low to high here. Let's go to low to high. That was about a 100% pump. So let's just assume we're going to do something similar. 100% pump is going to take us right to around $150,000, guys. Right around our $144,000. The next leg up, probably around 100% from the low at 74K. It's going to be right around 150K. All right. So 120 front run, 150 front run. Those are the two major levels. Let's assume a big parabolic major blow off top. You know, people are saying, you know, we are here, you know, and all this kind of stuff. Let's just assume that for a second, okay? Let's just assume for a second that, okay? Now, again, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but there is a chance. And, you know, in life, it's always best to expect less and be happy for more than expect more and be disappointed for less, all right? It's called the Matt Beal technique. The Matt Beal technique, all right? Back when I was in high school, shout out to Matt Beal. Matt Beal, if you're watching this, shout out to you, bro. He taught me this technique. Hang on. We got to go to the all-time index for this one. But look at this. This is quite interesting, actually. This is quite interesting. I mean, first of all, I don't really like that. Let's go to the Bitcoin all-time index here to talk about some. Let's get ultra bullish for a second here, guys. Let's get ultra bullish for a second here. This is more like it. Okay, we have this potential channel here in the event of a massive blow off top, like big, huge pump. People saying, you know, you're here, we got a big raise. We could potentially see Bitcoin coming up to $250,000 if this is respected a third time. All right, we have 1, 2, 3 taps of the low. We have 1, 2 taps of the high. So in a major blow off event, that's crazy. I don't think it's going to happen, but it is a very provocative channel, right? It is very provocative, and it does look almost like a giant bull flag even, of like the big raise and then range and then pump. And of course this is log scale, but in general 120 to 150 is pretty much where I'm looking to go. It's pretty much where I'm looking to go. All right, back to the Bitcoin trades. All right, make sure to check out the community at jasoncaspertrading.com. If you're looking for multiple instructors to walk you through the price action, we don't give signals, but often actually, we let you know what we're doing if we're taking a trade, why we're taking the trade. We give you the setups in advance with the confirmations we're looking for, like the short trade, like the long trade that you see right here on your screen. All right. Major shout out to Memory Man. All right. Cherry picking, yes, we're cherry picking. We're cherry picking TA here. Look, it's fun to cherry pick. It's fun to fantasize about high prices. All right, but we understand it's not the most probable, but it is possible. And TA is cherry picking in general, right? You have to look at all the data and ask yourself, you know, if you're going to be looking for a trade, where's the most probable place for the move to happen? And when we're talking about this high time frame stuff, you know, it's more of just like a what if. All right, I'm not calling for 250,000. I am calling for 120 to 150,000 if we close the weekly candle above $110,000. All right, but yeah. All right, trading is if-then scenarios, right? If the price comes here and market cipher looks like this, then we take the trade. If price does this and market cipher says this, then we take the trade. All right. Other than that, all TA is cherry picking, because until you have live data at a level, you can't make any real decisions. Okay. Until you have live data on a level, you cannot make any real decisions. You can only be prepared for these things to happen. And trust me, if Bitcoin goes to $250,000, I won't be sad about it. Okay, I won't be sad. I will be quite happy. I will probably sell 2 Bitcoin at that price. I will probably sell 2 spot Bitcoin. I will sell 2 spot Bitcoin if we hit $250,000. Okay, I will sell 2 spot Bitcoin if we hit $250,000. All right, now let's do some top-down analysis on Market Cipher B here. So, monthly time frame, as we know, guys, we have the green dot, which looks like it's going to confirm. This is a very bullish signal. In fact, there's never been a time where the green dot confirms on the monthly and we don't see the following month give us more upside. Even in this instance here, like last top of the bull run, during the green dot, we get a massive pump. After the green dot closes, we still get another, let's see here, from the close of the green dot, we still get another 17% move to the upside. So this is a very bullish monthly chart. 2-week time frame, extremely bullish. This looks like we are going to break out of the range, all right? Just like when we get that green dot above the 0 line, thickening money flow, we break out of the range. We get the green dot above the 0 line, thickening money flow, we break out of the range. We're currently confirmed the green dot, thickening money flow. Looks like we're gonna break out of the range. You know, I still gotta be bullish here right now. I still gotta be bullish. Daily time frame. This is where things get a little bit potential for a pullback. The reason why is because we do see potential here for a local bearish divergence, but the money flow is thick. Which makes me think, even if we get a pullback here, we're going to continue in the uptrend, right? I'd say, like, even if we get a bit of a pullback here, it's looking really nice that we simply just get a little bit of a pullback and then make a higher high, because the money flow is still so thick and the higher time frames are very bullish. So the monthly, the 2-week, the weekly, looking very bullish. Daily slight warning signs, 4-hour. Slight warning signs as well, slight bear div, slight money flow coming down, but still pretty neutral. I say most ambiguous, like the picture of me when I graduated from college with my degree in trans, non-carbon, binary, emission, gender studies. Very ambiguous. Crap, nobody can even see my screen. But no one can see my screen, that's okay. Things are staying ambiguous. Like this picture of me when I graduated from college in trans, non-carbon, binary, emission, gender studies. Things don't look bearish at all until we get down to the 1 hour. When we come to the 1 hour, we can clearly see the bearish divergence here. Money flow, momentum coming down as the price is making that high, taking the local high. Just a classic stop hunt, a classic chickens drinking water pattern. Okay, and again, we are coming literally to the dang dollar right now. This key high volume node. And we're getting a little bit of a bounce here. So, yeah, takes me back to my initial statement, which is this. Right now, what we need to be looking for, especially if you're a swing trader, guys, or a higher time frame trader, this right here, this box right here, is going to be our line in the sand. This is 105.8 to 109.8. All right, mark it, keep it, because this here, if we close the weekly candle above this, bullish. We close the weekly candle below this, extremely bearish. We close inside the box, ambiguous. All right, people can be looking at you from afar. You're in Walmart. You know how it is. You're in Walmart with your wife. You see that person. Hey, babe, is that, what do you think, boy or girl? I don't know. All right, let's wait. Oh, they're going to the bathroom. Let's wait and see which one they go into. right? We close in this box. We don't know which bathroom Bitcoin's going to go into, the girls or the boys. We have no idea. The gender cannot be assumed within the box, all right? But the gender can be assumed above the box, all right? We close above the box. Obviously, we all know what gender that is. The better one. We close below the box. So yeah, we all know what gender that is, right? The worst one. What about all the other genders, Jason? What about the billions and billions of others? Crap, man. I'm such a backward bigot, you know, being born in the 90s and stuff. Back when men was men and women was women. But I digress. That's going to be our key. Let's check a look at Ethereum. Oh man, would you look at Ethereum, baby. Look at this beautiful backtest of the daily level. Ethereum, wow. Let's take a quick look at this. Because we've been waiting for our pullback here on ETH. I want to take a look at this local. This is the 1 hour time frame. So ETH did not even take the high of the range here yesterday. ETH showing out. Let's go ahead and pull a fib from low to high. All right, we're front running that 618 fib. Let's check out this here. All right, we're at the POC of the range. Honestly, I feel like we can come down a little bit lower when New York opens on both of these assets, Bitcoin and ETH. I would be very interested in seeing what happens when New York opens if ETH comes down to like 2400-ish, right? Basically between 2414 and 2476. We hold this, and Bitcoin holds. Bitcoin holds its key support as well. That could actually be where we get a bounce from here. Overall, ETH not really doing too much. ETH still in the same boat. I'd still say ETH is an excellent looking asset here. Man, this is beautiful. We are finding a little bit of resistance at the value area low of this macro range. We understand if we come above 2,700, it's pump city. All right, we also understand right now that if we do get a pullback, especially if Bitcoin gets a pullback to 97, we look for ETH to get a pullback to around the $2,000 level, just to back test that key support resistance flip before a big pump, right? Something like this. If Bitcoin comes to 97, ETH could easily fill this. There'll be a bullish back test, baby. Bullish back test, baby. Trump tweet going to tank the markets now, though. Did Trump tweet? Did Trump tweet? Did Trump tweet? All right, we have to see if Donald Trump tweeted a twat tour. Let's check him out. Trump. His tax tweet? Talking about his tax tweet right here. Let's check it out. Check out the Donald Trump tax tweet, baby. I love Donald Trump, man. I love him, all right? What a funny character, honestly. The one big beautiful bill has passed. It passed the House. This is arguably the most significant piece of legislation that will ever be signed in the history of our country. The bill includes massive tax cuts. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime, tax deductions when you purchase an American-made vehicle, along with strong border security measures, pay raises for ICE and Border Patrol agents, funding for the Golden Dome, Trump savings accounts for newborn babies, and much more. Great job by Speaker Mike Johnson and the House leadership. Thank you to every Republican who voted yes on this historic bill. Now it's time for our friends in the United States Senate to get to work and send this bill to the all-time high, baby. There's no time to waste. The Democrats have lost control of themselves and are aimlessly wandering around, showing no confidence, grit, or determination. They have forgotten their landslide loss in the presidential election and are warped in the past, hoping someday to revive open borders for the world's criminals. Is this the tweet that's going to tank the markets? Is this the market tanking tweet right here? The MTT? The MTT? MK Ultra MAGA. Seriously, bro. That's not the tweet. Okay. That's not the tweet. Alright. Well, here we are, guys. Here we are. Shout out to the Casper crew. Long setup in advance. Short setup in advance. In the dang schlong. Let's see what happens here. We know our key level. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got 1,700 people in the house. We only have 400 likes. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. That's not good. Look at U.S. markets. Divided and conquered. Seriously, brah. It's not the right tweet. Alright, what's the right tweet? What's the right tweet? Was it not from his Twitter account? Tell me the right tweet, guys. I need the right tweet. It's a tariff tweet. I don't see a tariff tweet on his Twitter. I don't see a I don't see a tariff tweet on the Twitter. Alright? But look, I'm not a professional Twitter user. Is this the tweet right here? That does look pretty bearish, honestly. Oh, is this the one? Alright, whatever. Whatever. I'm not a fundamental trader. It's on Truth Social. Okay, I'll have to check it out later. I'll check it out later. Truth Social. Truth Social. Like the dang video, guys. Let's see if we can't get our 1,000 likes. We're halfway there. Okay, it's on Truth Media. Okay, I'll have to check it out later, okay? I'll have to check it out later. I don't even have Truth Media. I wouldn't even have Twitter if I wasn't a YouTuber. Okay, so it's about tariffs. All right, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens here. Let's go down to a lower time frame on Bitcoin. Looks like we're trying to get a little bit of a bounce from that naked daily point of control. Let's take a look at the order flow. Wow, okay. We actually have some bullish CVD as we're coming down to here, guys. As long as we hold above 105.8, man, we are getting some bullish CVD here. So looking good, honestly, looking good for more upside. Looking good for more upside. I have to remain bullish, but for me, the line in the sand is 105.8. 105.8, we lose, very bearish. Hold above the previous all-time high. 109.8, very bullish. It's very simple right now. Very, very simple. Yeah, thank you, Sudeep. Thank you. Can't you just say what Trump said? LMAO. Yeah, this is true. I'm not a public person despite being the most successful crypto streamer with millions of subscribers. That's true. That's true. It is crazy being a famous YouTube streamer with millions of subscribers. He said Apple devices will cost 20% more unless made in the USA. Oh, I see. I see. It was there on the trending tab. Look, I'll be honest with you guys. I really don't know how to use Twitter. I'll be totally honest. I'll be totally honest. I only have one because they told me to have one. As a YouTuber, you gotta have a Twitter, they say. So that's why I got one. I don't use it. Man, I'm kind of feeling this beat a little bit, you know? You guys feeling the beat? V-shape recovery? I feel like we dip a little bit lower when New York opens. You know? I feel like we dip a little bit lower when New York opens. And I wouldn't be surprised if we came down a little bit lower on Bitcoin to around... Let me see here. I wouldn't be surprised if we come down to around... Yeah, 105.8. 105.8. 105.8. That's going to be our key level. All right. So, and I say Market Cipher B agrees with this. All right, get a big dump. That could be our low. All right, around 105.8. The reason why, like, we come to Market Cipher, Let's go to our 1 hour now. That would give us some time. That would give us some time to actually get a nice bottom here on the oscillator on the 1 hour time frame. Very oversold, and that would also give us some time on these lower time frames here to start printing some nice bull divergence reversals, because right now it's not looking the best. You know, we want to see something like this happening. So maybe New York opens, we get the old New York 1-2 punch. You know, the New York 1-2 punch, which is fake out and then the real move happens, right? It would be even juicier if we took some of this liquidity from Wednesday too. That would be juicy. But yeah, let's see what happens. There's a trend right there at 105.8, trend line preparing for war. Yeah, so that's a key level, man. We lose 105.8, I get bearish, okay? Twitter is 99% morons with the worst trash brain rot anyway. Yeah, and I'm one of those people, honestly, on Twitter with the worst brain rot. You know what sucks? I have like 20,000 subscribers on Twitter or whatever they're called, followers. All right? 24.3, okay? I posted a trolling tweet because honestly, I can't use Twitter real. I have to troll. Everything on my Twitter, I'll be honest with you. I'm 99% of the time, I have nothing to say. So I just troll, right? But I posted this. I sold all my Bitcoin at 74 because I was scared. Now I'm feeling awful. What should I do? Unfortunately, it got 257,000. It went absolutely viral, okay? And all these people, I feel sorry because they don't know me at all, and they're like offering me heartfelt advice, or they're just trolling me, which is, you know, understandable. But I'm thinking to myself, dang, like 250,000 people, and I think I lost followers because of that tweet. I think I lost like 100 followers because of the tweet. You know, it's like, dang, man, I finally get a viral tweet, and it makes me look like another idiot. Well, I guess I am an idiot. I mean, look at this. I mean, honestly. You'd have to be an idiot to take this guy seriously. Sheesh, man. I was telling my wife, doesn't that suck? The one time my tweet goes viral? Man. Yeah, reverse troll. Bulls getting clapped. I mean, right now, I don't think the bulls are necessarily getting clapped. I think it's pretty much we're holding a key zone of support right now. Shout out to Hopium Copium. God bless you, Hopium Copium. Guys, make sure to check out the free course on my website, on my YouTube channel. Got a free trading course. Check it out. Totally free. 19 sessions of free alpha. All right. Not really, but it's basically everything that I wish I knew in order when I first started trading. Like, this will save you hours, this will save you years even of fumbling around, taking various trading courses that aren't going to help you, wasting money, wasting time, losses, not knowing what you're doing. This will, in 19 videos, give you, let's see, I'm trying to do the math, I guess 8 years of experience in 19 videos, all right? Check it out for free. Also, check out Antarctic Exchange, the lowest fees in the game, literally. Use my link, SVIP privileges, 0% limit order, 0.015% market order fees. You're not going to get this anywhere else. A decentralized exchange, all your money kept on your own cold wallet. Everything's done via smart contract, public on the blockchain. No market makers. We're all providing liquidity to the exchange. If you trade on the exchange, you profit when people get liquidated. You profit on fees because we all share everything. The ecosystem is set up so all the traders share everything. Traders versus traders, making it fair. Check out BLOFIN. 10% cash back. Deposit 1,000, get 100. Discounted fees if you use my link, and multiple chances to win a $100 giveaway every single month. Also, guys, check out the Casper Crew VIP Discord, where we give the juicy setups in advance. Like the long trade, like this long trade, where I told everyone I'm taking the long right now. Like the short trade that we're in right now over on BLOFIN. All right, JasonCasperTrading.com. where every single Monday you have an opportunity to win. We give away $500 every single Monday in the Casper crew. We do games once a month where we give away thousands of dollars. Plus, we have multiple instructors giving you their setups for multiple markets. JasonCasperTrading.com. Click the dang link. All right. Bitcoin getting another bit of a move to the downside right now. Let's see what happens. Are we going to hold a higher low? Or are we going to get another move to the downside? We're going to pull out our Fibonacci. Our Fibonacci. Let's see. It's 9 o'clock, half an hour until New York. New York opens. Is it worth it to take a long now? No, I would not take a long now. What can I say? Do you have a plan to take a long now? We're bouncing from the POC, so is it worth it? Okay, so I have to say it this way. If this is your plan, yeah, that's worth it. It's a 4-to-1 risk-reward ratio. All right. If your plan is at the low is in and you're targeting the highs, and we're looking at this now as a new range, then yeah, it's worth it. Would I take this trade right now? No, I would not. That's just me personally. I would rather wait for a little bit lower after New York opens, all right? After New York opens. But that doesn't mean we're not going to bounce from here. Just for me personally, I'm not. I'd rather wait for a little bit better confirmation here. Major shout out to Oleski. Hey Jay, stream with Boyan. He's all live. Yeah, I guess Boyan is live today, huh? I actually don't have time to stream with Boyan today, even though he's live now. Shout out to Boyan. Shout out to Bojangles. The Bears are feasting. Shout out to Oleski. Thank you so much for the super chat. Getting a nice little bounce, baby. New York in half an hour and 25 minutes. God bless you all. I'm going to head out, guys. May the Lord bless you, and I hope everyone has a great weekend. May the Lord bless you in Jesus' name. Have a great weekend. Make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.